Suppose you're reading any random book that has been kept untouched in your shelf for long, but then somehow you began reading that book, and then you read quite an amazing sentence. It just stimulated something deep within you. It dug deep within you. After some hours passed, you move out of your house and in the street hear the same line from someone. It was just a random conversation, but that line triggered you once again. What do you think it is? You might call it as coincidence, but what would you call it if it begins occurring repeatedly? And we name such experiences as synchronicities. They are the divine plans that go beyond normal illustration and logics. Apparently you get astounded by them, but deep down, if you see it from your spirit's eyes. They are the planned mysteries by God that are ultimately going to take us to our destiny. Each such even is a part of a big picture and gives you a clue to move onward towards your success. Now here in today's video, we're going to delve deep down in the science of these synchronicities. We are going to see what their significance is, how do they function, how often they appear, and what causes them. Are they any divine signals from the God or the universe? What is the hidden truth that they entail? To understand this, let us move a step back and let us first look at the simple definition of what synchronicities are in actual sense. They are the unnoticed and illogical events and situations that keep on repeating exactly the same one after the simultaneously. Apparently, you will find that they are ambiguous and unrelated, but when they are closely seen, they appear quite significant and represent some cosmic interference in the functioning of your life. They are the divine signals, the cosmic clues that guide you towards the real nature of your existence and your true fate. A famous psychologist named Jung introduced this concept around 1920s. He named this process of synchronicities as collective consciousness. He proposed that these coincidental happenings are more than what they just seem, that are the roadmap telling you the divine pattern of your life, a universal pattern that shapes your life as per the directions of the divine. He further emphasized that when we begin seeing multiple synchronic events in line, collectively, they line up and align with one another in such a way that they leads us to something far more significant and worth doing in our lives, the thing that will ultimately reconnect us with our divinity. They have actually been termed as the reflections of our subconscious, the divine copiousness of our mind. They are mostly initiated from dream world and then eventually get translated into physical world. The author claims that such concepts are not subjective or personal, that they don't belong to us commonly. Instead, every culture, civilization, and every religion teaches this same concept of synchronicities. It is the source through which the mind finds its patterns of connecting with the divinity and finds its real objective to accomplish in the physical world. Most of the world's scholars agree that these synchronicities are the main part of our existence, and it is they who are the real interpretation of our reality. All other things that we see or get in contact with are mere illusions. And here comes the role of an amazing concept that is dependence, origination, or we can also name this as interdependence. In this concept, we deeply see the connection and interconnection among all the evens and happening in the universe, whether they are tangible or abstract in nature. We look into all of them and find a divine pattern hidden inside. This concept is also reflected in the law of karma and in Taoism. All this leads us to the big picture of our reality. Now, the big question, when do we begin having synchronicities in our lives, and how often do they occur? The answer to these questions is simpler than it seems, as synchronicities are the indication from the divine leading you towards your destiny. It means that whenever you begin having synchronicities in your life, it is a sign that you are spiritually growing. When this happens, the synchronicities in your life increase. You encounter them almost after every other thing in your life. They are there to stir us, to question the normal, monotonous functioning of life, and go beyond the boundaries and concepts of our three-dimensional reality. They lead us to a journey of self-discovery, self-growth, and evolution, resulting in the better and more spiritual nature of your being. You open the door of new possibilities and changes, leading to success and accomplishment. Now, the big question: how do we come to have a notice of these synchronicities? Well, for this, you need to pay attention. You have to give it your focus and discernment, just as it requires focus, attention, and discernment to understand and comprehend a book. In the same way, you need focus and attention and complete dedication to understand these synchronicities. Otherwise, they would pass on as something insignificant. You can make every message crystal clear that the synchronicities in your life convey to you through your personal experiences, concepts, and beliefs. Keep listening to your subconscious mind. It is the biggest tool that controls all your life. It guides you through divine intuitions. Notice the reoccurring patterns in your life. If you see certain things repeating in your life, such as an animal or a number or any event, a person or something else in your life, it means it is to give you a clue. You have to pay attention to it. That are the prompts that urge you to pay attention to certain things in your life. And if rightly understood and acted upon, they can change your life into a heaven on earth. You will have all your desires accomplishes. Now let me make one more thing clear, that realities always lies somewhere in between things. The mistake most of the people do is that either they become too much rational, ignoring abstract reality, or some of the people become too much illusionistic, ignoring tangible reality, and ultimately they both end up having and recognizing nothing, because all understanding and knowing exists somewhere in between, both the tangible and non-tangible. You have to look for a point where you see a harmony between the rationality and illusion, the tangible and non-tangible, because this is the point where you will get answers to all your questions. How do we do that? By matching them with our experiences, feelings, emotions, responses, expectations, and relating them to both physics and metaphysics. Let me introduce to you a profound concept of universal laws that is non-locality. This concept states that there is a universal interconnectedness between each and everything in the universe. All are connected to one another through a divine thread. To explain this concept deeply, let me take you through an example. Our thoughts are nothing but a form of emotional energy that direct the fabric of reality to weave the cloth of your destiny. All the elements are, in fact, each and everything is energy, and as you know, energy is not the division of anything, it is the whole in itself. Just like the concept of matter, that it has both the partial and wave nature, similarly, everything has the partial as well as wave nature, and both the nature exist at the same time. So everything is connected to one another through its wave nature that is the pure form of energy. Now let's go deeper to understand this concept more clearly. Let's delve into the world of metaphysics. The field of metaphysics introduces us to Akashic records. It is called the universal database it a super universal network that divinely connects each and everything in the universe. It connected every thought with every other thought and every action with every other action. A universal library accessible to everyone. And synchronicities are the information coming for those records from Universal Library. They give us information about the hidden truth of our reality. But most importantly, if we truly want to understand this concept of universal awareness and connectedness, then we have to think beyond of the traditional and conventional concepts of thinking and reality. We have to challenge these old concepts to enter the realm on new ones. See, traditionally we have been thinking of the universe and all the happenings in it three-dimensionally, from the perspective of past, present, and future. But let me surprise you by introducing to you the concept of multi-dimensions. And it has been proved and verified by most of the modern scientists and scholars, including Einstein and many others. All of them agree and concluded that time is not linear. In reality, it is non-linear if deeply observed. They propose that events occur in more than 3 dimensions. The reality is timeless beyond the scope of time and space. There is a theory named string theory. It states that there are 11 dimensions in the universe. It emphasizes a more complex and deeply interconnected sequence of thoughts and actions. It changes all our perspective about the existence and reality and leads us to self-discovery and growth. You venture on to a journey of self-exploration. I know most of you have found yourselves in the situations where you found ambiguity everywhere. You had multiple paths to travel, but were not sure which one to take. And you took one somehow. It always kept you striking with fear, doubt, and anxiety. It happened so because you often ignore synchronicities, But now I assure you that once you learn the art of interpreting these synchronicities, there is nothing in the world that could stop you from doing what you really want to do. You will have a crystal clear map to go wherever you want to go, to achieve whatever you want to achieve. It is the eye of your inner wisdom that helps you see the divine pattern of the occurrences happening in your life. They all become the divine guide that are always there to help you. Once you acknowledge this reality, you open yourself to limitless possibilities. You discover unity in the whole of the universe and the cosmic energy. You realize that they all go in harmony with you and help and guide you wherever you are going. Always remember, they are not the meaningless coincidences, but the divine guiding stars, the cosmic possibilities and chances that God is throwing at you. You just have to catch it and see how miraculously your life becomes a living heaven. You will find these teaching and across the world, almost in every field of knowledge, in every civilization, every culture, every religion, every philosophy, mythology, everywhere. In the end, I would like to conclude my video with the saying that in today's multicultural world, we are living in cultural background and religious state where everything is seen and understood through science. And now we interpret with each and every concept with scientific knowledge, and even science. We have gone far beyond three-dimensional rationality. Now we find a meaningful connectedness in each and everything. Even the air we breathe connects us universally. We all are part of the divine whole, and everything that occurs has a divine interconnectedness and meaning. And now we are at the stage where we have the knowledge of these divine patterns, and we better understand the actions and reactions in our lives. Now, in the end, I would conclude my talk with the remarks that practice the given knowledge and accept all the happening synchronicities connect them divinely, and see the miraculous change in your life. After you apply the above given knowledge, let us know in the comments section below that how the journey of your life changed so that you can be an inspiration for the others.